Hi, welcome to She Spice. Mark Wahlberg has uncovered how Oprah Winfrey abused youthful specialists in the business. Oprah Winfrey, a universally perceived news head honcho and humanitarian, has had a huge effect on mainstream society and social issues. Naturally introduced to destitution, she defeated a horrible youth set apart by abuse to become quite possibly the most persuasive lady on the planet. Anyway, there is a mysterious, clouded side to Oprah that has been stowed away from people in general for a long time, yet it is step by step becoming exposed. What does it imply? That it felt great? What does that mean? Reasons? It's so confounding for kids, and when I previously said this quite a while back, individuals resembled you insane cause everyone needs to accept it, resembles rape, and you're being tossed in a difficult spot, and you're being assaulted, and I have said for quite a long time on the off chance that the victimizer is any graded, you won't have a clue about. It's happened. You will be in it, and you will not indeed even realize it's worked out, and on the off chance that the victimizer is any great, the person in question will cause you to feel like you're a piece of it. I mean, and nothing is more being a piece of it than what we examined early Oprah Winfrey's remarks on youngster offense inferring it isn't generally a wrongdoing since it can encourage kids have started. Critical shock and concern. Such explanations are profoundly upsetting as they subvert the seriousness of the abuse and the enduring injury it causes casualties. Your confidence implies such a huge amount to you. Have you generally discussed it? It's an equilibrium. I try not to need to stick it down anyone's throat. However, I don't deny my confidence. That is a much greater sin. You know, it's not famous in my industry. Yet you realize I can't deny my confidence. It's significant for me to impart that to individuals. However, I have companions from varying backgrounds and all kinds of sorts of beliefs and religions. So you know it means quite a bit to regard and respect them as well. Definitely. What's the significance here to you? Gracious. Its beginning and end it truly has. It's managed the cost of me such countless things. Clearly, you realize God didn't come to save the holy people. He came to save the heathens. We've all had things and issues in our lives, and we need to be better adaptations of ourselves. And through centering my confidence, I was permitted to do check. Walberg has revolted against the more obscure parts of the Hollywood business featuring issues, for example, double dealing and defilement. His remarks frequently reflect more extensive worries about the moral principles and treatment of people inside the diversion world. Oprah Winfrey has transparently examined her horrendous youth, including taking off and becoming pregnant at 14. These encounters have molded her support for mercilessness. Survivor's Sad Realities, Section 381. When she was a youngster, Oprah Winfrey's family was poor to the point that she needed to wear dresses made from potato sacks to school. She was attacked a few times by her own relatives and got pregnant by the age of 14. In the wake of taking off from home, Oprah was evidently in such a lot of disgrace at the time that she never at any point named her child, who was conceived rashly and passed on soon after birth. Crushing a man's nuts firmly can make a similar end result, yet may likewise kill them in the process, since pressing somebody's balls hard enough can raise their adrenaline to risky levels. This video shows the cerebral floods of a man encountering an epileptic seizure. Seizures can have a wide range of causes that result in an eruption of uncontrolled electrical action in the mind. Commonly, the patient passes out. Yet another way they might major areas of strength for encountering uneasiness, or a sensation that this has happened before the odd webcast second, where Oprah inquired as to whether he was gay, is in many cases featured to act as an illustration of her making. Visitors self-conscious with improper inquiries. However, raising old circumstances is something where at times it seems okay, since there's a few old circumstances like homicide, sexual wrongdoing where you realize you never simply move beyond it and continue on, and afterward, there are more seasoned circumstances that are simply outrages that no one truly ought to think often about several years after the fact cause they're moronic for this situation. Individuals have raised Oprah Winfrey concerning, for the most part, her conduct a ton of times on television on her show. It's fascinating in light of the fact that she winds up inquiring as to whether he's gay, like multiple times again and again. And it's an exceptionally odd way of behaving from the outside, presently conceded. There could be some setting here that is absent for me, yet any inquiry that you're annoying individuals with except if we're discussing like criminal claims, which you ought to bother individuals in the event that there are criminal charges. I don't actually comprehend the point, particularly with something like sexuality. It's additionally somebody's toys, right? It's not actually something that the vast majority are simply helter-skelter going to share. So when you ask them, and they say no or they would rather not, pay all due respects. To consistently ask, it's awkward. Furthermore, bizarrely, a lady under Oprah's administration was viewed as at legitimate fault for abusing kids at her young lady school in Africa, raising serious worries about Oprah's oversight and judgment. The lady who was working at the Oprah school was found not blameworthy on all the rape charges that she was confronting on the grounds that the judge was of the view that the state had neglected to demonstrate without question that she was to be sure blameworthy. We have no goals of engaging that judgment, since we additionally accept that there are no sensible possibilities of progress in the event that we claim. So the High Court could never have come to an alternate end result than the one that the judge showed up out of equity regardless of whether a blamed individual is aced. Oprah's Authority Foundation for Young Ladies in South Africa has been tormented by outrages, remembering the disclosure of a kid's body for an understudies pack and reports of provocation among understudies, which some consider to be demonstrative of more profound issues. Something peculiar is happening with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Young Ladies. Go look and see what befell them young ladies. So Oprah opened the school as far as possible back in 2007, and since the school's initial, it has been defaced with various contentions. You see, not long after the school opened, a lady of the school was accused of contacting a few of the young ladies in an extremely improper way when the wrongdoing in the long run became exposed. Oprah herself went to fire the school's head fancy woman. Then, in another occurrence that occurred in 2011, policing the body of an infant that was found in one of the understudies packs. Evidently, one of the young ladies at the school conceived an offspring. However, there were no charges documented against her. After this episode, there were likewise different embarrassments this school was engaged with, like in 2009, when 7 understudies were suspended for irritating their colleagues, and presently there's a new embarrassment that the school is referred to, for as many individuals online have begun spreading bits of gossip that young ladies are vanishing from the school as per these reports. A few understudies from the school have disappeared, however. As of right now, no one is certain why these bits of gossip have begun, as there is presently no news announcing that there have been missing young ladies at Oprah School in any case. These bits of hearsay have figured out how to circulate around the web all over TikTok and Twitter, and they keep on being spread right up till now, notwithstanding charges in getting away from Neverland. Oprah keeps up with her position, which has driven some to scrutinize her judgment and dependability to questionable figures. Do you ever waver in your convictions when the narrative chief emerged and said there was a course of events issue? Michael had the train station. You know why I have not faltered in light of the fact that I've had young ladies at my school who were attacked and manhandled, and I have always lost a case. And the explanation I have always lost a case is on the grounds that when you put a young lady on the testimony box and she can't recall, was it Thursday or Wednesday, that it's consequently defamed, and when you're amidst injury, something horrendous is happening to you. You may not recall the specific grading. Individuals are becoming mindful of Oprah Winfrey's supposed criminal history and questionable activities. Online conversations and web-based entertainment have featured different claims, from unseemly remarks to relationships with questionable figures. This developing mindfulness is making some reconsider her public persona and question the legitimacy of her picture. I'm so happy the web is awakening about this long temple. Velociraptor looking ass, I am so tired, and I truly am. This large number of individuals on the planet got an issue with you, and you assume you aren't the issue, even Taji. I mean, come on, no one turns into a tycoon by being a moral child. I'm trying to say no one, except for he turns into a very rich person by being moral. So seeing Oprah get hauled, I'm similar to ooh, hit her again. Ooh, hit her again. Hit her again. Hit her again. Particularly the way that she did those individuals in May, talking MMA appeal to God for you, while you got all those sections of land, move the land away. Child confidence without works is dead. Petition without works is dead. So in any case, it's been decent seeing the web drag Oprah. I realize Monique is glad to such an extent, that the web is at last awakening about Oprah, like she gives me the most terrible energies ever, and the principal red banner was that very rich person. That was the primary warning for me, however. At that point, she continued to dislike endlessly individuals continued to discuss their issues with her, and I was very much like, oh you, a genuine frightful sort of lady, Oprah Winfrey's fellowship with John of God, a Brazilian confidence healer. Faulted for various wrongdoings, has been investigated with pundits scrutinizing her relationship with claimed crooks. This relationship has ignited discussion, as many find it disturbing that a conspicuous figure like Oprah would be connected to somebody confronting serious charges. Pundits contend that. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.